Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video of Techno Guy, the first of this whole series of videos. Anyway, today I'm going to be showing the laptops I have and how I use them and where I use them and what I use them for. But I would like to remind you to subscribe and like. Just before I roll the intro, yes, an intro, I have made a new intro, yes, that's pretty good. If you don't like one of the videos on this series, so if sort of like you don't like all of the videos, you just like some of them, just comment in the comment section when this thing gets put up. I probably will say it in the introduction of this whole thing before this video comes up, because this is the first one of the whole series. Then, like I just mentioned earlier, I am just comment in the comment section which videos you liked out of this whole series. Same for the vlog channel, that's a different thing. So I already have 2 videos on that one already. I have just edited one recently. But anyway, I am now going to roll the intro and hope you enjoy my brand new intro. So let's jump in straight into the video, starting with my Dell Inspiron 1525 from 2008. So this is my Dell Inspiron 1525 from 2008, of course. Now this machine was originally my nan's, but about 2 years ago she gave it to me since she had another machine. I'm not going to say what machine because that doesn't really matter to us right now. But anyway, now this machine is running Windows 7 Ultimate, which is to me a pretty good operating system. I don't really care the other part. The Windows 7 is the part that I care about. So, and it has a Core 2 Duo processor clocked at 2 GHz and 4 GB of RAM, but for some reason it shows that there is a 3.49 GB left on the RAM or usable. I don't know what that means, so I'm just gonna ignore it, but it doesn't seem to affect any speeds or anything. So as you can see, this machine is made out of all-round plastic. I need to move the camera position, hang on. And as you can see, I have my lovely ventilator here, but anyway. And the top is black, and I quite like the black colour. I think it fits the machine well, and you can get it in 8 different colours, including black, of course. If you don't like it, you could actually change it to another colour. But I quite like the black, and I think it looks quite nice, so I don't want to change it at all. It is very heavy carrying it around, though. I have no idea how much it weighs, but it's definitely not light, I must say. Now, of course, I am using 2 hands to use this, and I'm just going to log in right here. Normally it doesn't take that long to log in, but as you can see, this is my desktop background. Hopefully it's not going to be too bright. No, it looks fine in the camera to me. I'm just going to move it closer. So just excuse this running, it's very hot today, so I don't want to get too hot. So I had to turn it on. It's been on for a while. Anyway, so carrying this machine around the house that much, as you could see, it was heavy, and I think you would agree. I don't know how much it weighs. I should probably check online, but I want to get this thing running because it's already become a disaster. But anyway, I use this machine so this is my main machine. I did get all my schoolwork on. So as you can see, this machine has no built-in camera at all, but you could get it with one when you were to buy it. But it does have a very nice feature where you can control the volume, and when you're watching things in Media Player or something like that, you can pause, you can go back, you can stop or go. So I can show you right now. This is the feature right here. So these are the volume bits, and that's the stopping and for all the media and everything. And yeah. So also it has a place to change modes between wireless and Ethernet, because this thing has an Ethernet port, and I'm going to show you every single port on this machine now talking about that. So just because I just mentioned here is the thing where you can change between wireless and Ethernet. Well, I don't have an Ethernet near me in the living room where I use this machine, so I can't actually use Ethernet, so I just use wireless on this. And then actually I don't need to turn it around. Here's the it also has a DVD drive here, as you can see, which is nice. Then you have a PS2 port. I'm not sure which sort of port, but it's a PS something port. You have two USBs on here. Then if I turn it around, it is quite difficult to hold this machine. Here's your hard drive in there. I'm not sure what you call that. There's a HDMI, a phone port, an Ethernet port, a VGA port, two more USBs, and the port where you charge it with, I think, a Kensington lock here. Then you got on the back a fan, your fan here, and a battery that I bought recently. But battery life anyway, I think is not good on this thing. Anyway, so it's not going to be the best. But I know it's not ideal to be using Windows 7 now that it is past the end date of Windows 7. I know it's not ideal. Excuse me if I have a few pauses. I am trying to read through my brand new script, and I think I am going to cut out all the parts where I am not really talking, because I think it would become rather boring to you so I'm going to cut all these bits out in edit. I'm going to cut all these bits out in editing. So what I'm just saying right now is definitely not part of the script. And I'm going to cut out any pauses I have in here, so please do excuse me. Anyway, so it's hot. So, but I still think it's a very good operating system, and the processor may sound terrible, and I think, yeah, it does sound terrible, but actually it is quite fast, to be very honest. So, you know, it's just like, it can be quite snappy. So it used to have Windows Vista Basic on it, and it used to have a sticker there, but I peeled it off because I just did. I don't know why I peeled it off. That was a ridiculous idea to show you its origin. But it did have Windows Vista Basic, and then it was upgraded to Windows 7 Ultimate. Of course, I didn't upgrade it. It was still with my nan when it was it was still my nan's computer, so I didn't do it. Also, don't worry, I have a great antivirus software, which I'm not going to tell you because I don't know if that would void anything, even 1.5 years later. I don't know if it will still void anything, so I'm just not going to say it in case I don't want to get this whole series of videos removed, because that would be a big fat shame. So, yeah, but it does. And I think it's rather protective, this antivirus. But it does have some problems. Let me list them. So, number one, it has a tendency to show me the blue screen of death. Mostly when it gets too hot, or just occasionally it just does that. Like normally if I talk, like once we were talking to my grandma on Skype and it crashed. So, yeah. Also, it does a weird thing where the screen turns off for a second, then turns back on, so it sort of does a blinking thing. And even when I got it looked over with my computer mechanic, he also saw the same thing, and it even froze it on TeamViewer, so he had to reconnect. So also about that camera cutout, after the blinking thing, what it does is it also then sometimes doesn't allow me to open like episodes like File Explorer. So what I have to do is I have to shut the lid, put it to sleep once it fell asleep. Then I lift it up, log in, and then it's normally fine after that. Now, one of the reasons why I love Windows 7 is because how it works and the famous Aero theme. Like, I love the Aero theme. And, you know, when I use Windows 10, I miss it, I must say. So I like that for the theme. Anyway, now I have this computer stand in my living room, which I'll show you in a second, where my main disk is on an Amazon Basic stand. Also, all these problems are nothing to do with the fact that the computer has a virus, and nearly ever since I've got it, I just have to live with it. So I can't do anything about it. It's just been pretty much ever since I got the machine, I've had this problem. So yeah. Anyway, I am going to show you this stand, and then I'm going to be showing you my next machine. So as you can see here, this is the stand by Amazon Basics. It's very good for ventilation, which is why I bought it, and I have a fan here. So this is what I bought. This is actually before I got removed from YouTube. I got this. So yeah, I'm going to now go to the next machine. So let's move on to the next machine, next laptop. This is a HP EliteBook 2560p I have. Now this may come to a relief to you that this machine is now running Windows 10, which is good. Now, from the limited information I can find out about... Oh, what happened there? Okay. Hello, what's going on here? My gosh. I've been waiting for it to do this for so long. And now it's doing it? During a video? Well, this is definitely not part of the video. Do excuse this, but let's just continue with the video. Anyway, so from the limited information I can find out about this machine is manufactured in 2011. But I'm not sure about this, so don't count on me about this one. This machine was running Windows 7 before I got it in 2015. It was a Hungarian laptop, since I got it from one of my friend's dad in Hungary, as he knows how to fix computers, and he upgraded it to Windows 10 Home single language. I don't really know too much about this operating system, so yeah. As you can see, it is also made out of aluminum, so it's made out of this nice aluminum, nice metal sort of feel. Oh, I got to go to sleep. Oh, hang on, never mind. I think I know, okay. So, it's very good for durability, so if you drop it, it's definitely not going to break. But it is quite heavy. Also, it has other neat features on this machine, like it has, if you see this button, if I click it, there's this little light that's going to illuminate the keyboard. Indicator to show, no. So if you're working late at night, you can see. Also on the battery, it has an indicator to show how much is left on it. So if I just split this around here, I hope you can see, I have to shut it again. There is this light here on the battery, and even when you remove the battery, this is on the battery. So when you remove it from the computer, it will still show the battery percentage. So let's turn it back on. Also, it does not have a DVD drive. Now, there is a lot to like about this machine, and I do like the Dell better because while it does not have all the features like the HP, the Dell has a DVD drive, like I showed you earlier. It's fast. It also has my favourite operating system, Windows 7. So, The HP has an Intel Core i5 2540M processor, clocked at 2.6 GHz, which is definitely going to be better than my Dell, and it can be fast and snappy, but mostly it's slightly slower than my Dell. So, also it has 4 GB of RAM. Now I think the keyboard on this computer is nice enough, but I had to get it replaced since the E and the R and the C keys had stopped working. Also, what is unfortunate, that since I had to take it to Hungary, which was a little bit difficult because of its heaviness, to get it fixed from one of my friend's dad, of course, the keyboard has some of the Hungarian letter that write in. Fortunately, the Y and Z are in English keyboard place, since they are swapped on the Hungarian keyboard too. So as you can see, there are a few Hungarian letters there. Any more? Yeah, I think those are the two. Well, you see the Y and the Z are in their normal place in England, which is nice. So, now I use this machine in my bedroom. As you can see, I am in my bedroom. Unfortunately, I couldn't put my I couldn't use my Dell in the living room because it is boiling and I'm sweating right now, which sounds disgusting, so I'm not going to talk any more about it. But just to tell you, it is hot in, and that's why that thing is on. So hopefully it's not drowning out the noise. Or sometimes I use it in the living room if I want to show my mum or dad something, or just want to do something there, but I don't want to turn on the big machine. Or occasionally I use it alongside my main machine if there's another thing I have to do. Also, I recently installed a game that was meant for the Dell but was not compatible, but fortunately it was on Steam, so I could install it onto my HP, so now I can play it. Maybe the graphics are a little low, but it is still playable, since even on low settings it is struggling as my computer gets very hot. And yesterday I did play it and it was very hot. So, yeah, I can show you. It is Euro Truck Simulator 2. Let me just log in here quick. Euro Truck Simulator 2. Right there. And if I open it, it's going to open through Steam to get on there. So, yeah. And that is pretty much it for this machine. Now, let's move on to the last machine. And it's just logging in for you. It has that light Windows thing. And last machine I have. This is an Acer Aspire 1. This also runs Windows 10, but just the home edition, so no single language. The back sticker indicates, actually on the bottom sticker, it indicates that this was made sometime in 2011 for sure. So the sticker on this machine shows that it used to run Windows 7 Starter, upgraded by the original seller. This machine was used to be my cousin, so when she got it a few years ago, it was upgraded by the original seller. Sorry, I mixed that up. Then I have a long story to tell after this last machine, but I won't explain it since it involves all of my computers. So, anyway, a year or two ago, she gave me this machine since she had got a similar model to my HP. This Acer is painfully slow when I got it. It is a bit faster, and I managed to get it up to the point where I did not have any stops or brief pauses watching a YouTube video. Saying these things will bring us to the specs of this machine. It has an Intel Core Atom processor clocked at 1.66 GHz and a 2 GB of RAM. Probably why it's so slow is because there's 2 GB of RAM. The keyboard on this machine is nice to type on. Sorry about that. It takes a while to get used to though, because it is cramped. It has a built-in camera but not any other features apart from a removable battery. So, I finished with all the machines and everything I want to say about them. So let me tell you about this story I mentioned a few minutes ago, or even just a few seconds ago. Now, what happened was I got my HP machine in 2015, like I said, October 2015 to be specific actually. I said I used it for all sorts of things, so everything I did was what I did on the HP because I had no other computers. So, then in 2017 Christmas, my nan gave me the Dell computer, which I said, and at this point I had given my dad to use the HP while I used the Dell. Then after a few days or weeks, my cousin came round and I told her about what had happened. That Dad had the laptop, blah 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 blah. Then she said if she could swap the computer with her laptop with Daddy, so we let her take the HP, so my HP, and she gave Dad her Aspire 1. Now I must say my cousin is not a heavy user of computers, so she did not use my HP as much, but I know that she did use it for certain. So, meanwhile, we had her Acer, which was slow and took lots of time to load and load. Also, to add to the misery, it had no battery, as she said it had gone bad and she took it out of the machine, which probably slowed it down. So, then a little while later, that year, when I came home from Hungary, I asked my cousin to swap back. So she swapped again, and then I got my HP back and used it. So then a little while later, my grandma in Hungary bought her a laptop from my friend's dad, as he helps out, and if she has any technical issues with her computer, if I can't talk her through it, then she calls him. Anyway, back to the story. She bought the laptop similar to mine. So then she had the Acer and her new computer with her. So she had decided to keep it with her. Meanwhile, Dad had no computer at all. After a week or two, my cousin phoned, maybe a bit longer than that, my cousin phoned up and asked if I wanted her Acer, since she did not want it anymore because she didn't need it, she wouldn't use it, so she thought it was a pointless keep. So I agreed, and ever since I have had an Acer machine. Also, I bought a battery for it, so yeah. Don't worry about Dad, he has a computer now. My grandma bought my mum a new computer since she did not think it was fast enough, and it turned out to be a load of garbage since my grandma doesn't know anything about tech. So she gave my mum the money to buy whatever she wanted, but Mum picked a Sheet computer since she didn't want to spend too much money on a laptop, since anyway the money she got was not that much. So my dad got the old laptop for a while until they swapped, and now my dad has my mum's new computer that she bought in 2018. Anyway, with that, I think this wraps up the video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one of this long series of videos from before I can get back on YouTube. Bye!